Target has become the newest target of the conservative culture war. Mediaite reports that the company is the latest focal point of anti-trans hatred after they had offered inclusive merchandise for Pride. Oh, wow. Now, Target ended up actually pulling that due to backlash. Now, they said that they have not specified which stores or in which regions the merchandise was pulled from the shelves, but in southern states, the AP reports that Pride-themed items were moved to the back of the store. They get it to the back of the store. Pride, no, you know what? Pride.
Can't let that happen.
Can't have those things out there. Now, what exactly are the things that right-wingers were mad about? Adult swimsuits marketed to transgender women as tuck-friendly with extra crotch coverage. Okay. And? Now, note there, adult swimsuits. For some reason, having those swimsuits angered right-wingers. Imagine being so angry about things that you will never wear and don't affect your life in any way that I guess in some cases, like, for example, Alex Stein literally did go and put one of those on. I don't know, for comedy, I mean, the sense of humor that these people have is, well, it's not funny, and it's just nothing but mean-spirited. Isn't comedy supposed to be about punching up, not punching down? But then again, that's what right-wing comedy is. This is nothing but punching down. So, there you go. Now, that said, this angered people. And I mentioned that it's adult swimsuits, right? Again, adult swimsuits angered right-wingers. But see, it doesn't anger normal people. Normal people are not, enraged when a transgender person gets a swimsuit that is a little bit more fitting to them. Okay? So in order to get around that, people lie. These right-wingers, they come out and they lie, and they said that Target is targeting children, putting these trans-friendly swimsuits in children's sizes. But wait, that's not true. Okay? That's just not the reality of the situation. But when it comes to them,
just forget about the evidence.
Of course. They have to make things up to get others on their side, normal people on their side, in order to justify the fact that they do not want trans people to exist. That's the only reason you would go after inclusive swimsuits for adults, is that you do not want trans people to go to the beach. They don't want them at the beach. They don't want them in the stores. They don't want them walking around as they are. They don't want transgender people in society. They are trying to literally erase them from existence. That's what they're doing. And so, look, this smear, these lies against trans people and against Target, but I don't really care about Target. They're a multinational corporation, but I do care about the Target employees who have been harassed by right-wingers, by insane people. And guess what? In the face of all of that, Target decided to cave. We're going to give in. Given these volatile circumstances, according to a statement, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. So now look, I get one thing. Employees do not deserve to be harassed by stupid people, by insane people. They don't deserve to be assaulted. They already don't make enough money. Pay your employees better. For God's sakes, let them have a union. But at the same time, too, I have to note that the amount of, assaults that go on against, workers that are working at Target or working at these different places, it kind of pales in comparison to what the harassment that LGBTQI plus people are going through right now as well. So it's pretty disproportionate. And while both are terrible, one happens far more than the other. Trans people are targeted all the time in some of the most horrible, horrific, violent ways. And they're also being targeted through legislation, through laws that are targeting their own existence. Nobody deserves this. And so what Target could have done is hire more security. Oh, but right, they're not going to, because guess what? That cuts into profit margins. Right. And instead of, taking a little bit of a risk and standing up and defending trans people, they bowed to the mob. That's what they're doing. They bowed to the mob. And you know what that's going to do? This capitulation by Target is not going to make right-wingers happy. No, it's going to embolden them even more. In fact, I have a video here from Turning Point USA's Charlie Kirk, basically saying that no, we're going to get even more, we're going to inflict more pain.
There's something really exciting happening with Target, everybody. So Target has a target on their back. Target is freaking out. Target is holding emergency meetings. They're worried that they're losing their customer base. Everybody, keep the pressure on. We need to go after Target in a very serious way. It is time for decent, ordinary Americans who do not believe in radical ideas in either direction to just say, I will not allow my kids to be corrupted by this trans agenda. And it looks, Target looks like they're caving. They say they're putting the clothes in the back. I want Target to go bankrupt. I want them to close. I want Chapter 11, okay?
Somebody else can buy them up.
No,
somebody conservative. Because there could be a bunch of empty buildings.
Yeah, no, I want them to go Chapter 11. People say, what does success look like? Chapter 11, okay? I want skull and bones all the way down to the absolute nails of the stores. Yeah, that's the only thing they understand is force. Pain is a teacher. And the pain of crossing the line to pervert our children and grooming them, it's going to be a lesson I hope corporate America watches, because ordinary America is pushing back. We must push for the bankruptcy of Target. Make it happen, everybody.
The only thing they understand is force. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a teacher. Now, look, he says, well, we're just going to make them bankrupt. Well, what are you talking about? I'm not talking about violence. Pain is a teacher. They're perverting our children. They're grooming their children. But we should make them bankrupt. But the only thing they understand is force. Come on, the subtext there is very, very clear. If somebody goes and shoots up a target, I'm not going to be surprised. But what you see there is deniability. Plausible deniability. You could never really, based on that, paint, Charlie Kirk is advocating for stochastic terrorism. No, you can't even make the implication that he's doing that, because it doesn't say that in there. The subtext definitely does. Come on. But look, even if, it's never enough for them. This is never enough. Target already caved. But make no mistake, okay? Make no mistake. He is wrong just about all of that, right? But he's also wrong that ordinary Americans are the ones that are pushing back. No, this is a minority of very well-funded and organized right-wing hate groups that have come for trans people. That's it. GLAAD pointed out that according to its research, 3 out of 4 non-LGBTQ people are very comfortable seeing LGBTQ people in ads. And that when a brand publicly supports LGBTQ plus rights, Americans are overall twice as likely to support that brand. Now, look, that's because Americans generally overall are not hateful people. We're an inclusive bunch, and generally we don't care what other people do with their own lives. Doesn't really matter. But see, here's the thing. The right wing thinks it matters, and the right wing has a message, and they lie. They use that message. They spread propaganda about them being pedos and groomers, which is just not true. But anyway, they did the same thing against Bud Light, against Anheuser-Busch. They saw a 17% decrease in weekly sales following the outrage over Dylan Mulvaney. So now that's when, by the way, chuds en masse, they attacked her, they attacked Anheuser-Busch. Now, I'm not saying this because I like Anheuser-Busch. I'm not defending Anheuser-Busch. I'm not defending Target. I think they're terrible corporations. Target gave tons and tons of money to Republicans. Anheuser-Busch gave tons of money to Republicans who've been pushing this kind of anti-trans crap. And so basically what Target was doing is engaging in rainbow washing. Rainbow capitalism, that's what it is. That's what their Pride collection was all about. Making money. And, well, now that they get threatened, oh no, we're just going to bow to the right-wing mob. That said, when it comes to the loss in sales for Bud Light, was it from Chuds not buying Bud Light? Well, yeah, sure. 17%. I mean, that's pretty big. But there were also stories, and I do have to mention this, of people being attacked by insane people for buying Bud Light, or what appeared to be Bud Light, or what they assumed was Bud Light. So, I mean, the right thinks, though, they look at this and they think, well, the normies are siding with this. No, in reality, most people, I think, are just trying to avoid the unhinged far-right extremists. Look, Morning Consult found that the average beer-drinking American is far more accepting of a transgender spokesperson than the right wing would have you believe. In the survey, which was conducted approximately 2 weeks after the controversy started, a majority of regular monthly beer drinkers in the U.S. said that they would feel favorable toward a beer brand that worked with a trans spokesperson. Average people are not anti-trans. Average people are in favor of trans rights and gay rights. Now, that said, there are some people who do fall for the message of the far right without even realizing it. And it's because we are all predisposed to want to protect children from predators. Of course. Of course. Now, that said, the predators, they're not trans people. They're not gay people. No, the predators, by and large, are mostly white cis men in this country. Many of them happen to be in the clergy, religious. Over a period of about 7 decades, this is a story that came out just recently, the Catholic Church in Illinois allowed for more than 450 credibly accused child sex abusers to continue to have access to parishioners. This is a big report in the New York Times. That figure is actually more than 4 times that, which the church had publicly disclosed before 2018 when the state of Illinois began investigating the matter. The state's report found that clergy members and lay religious brothers abused at least 1,997 children since 1950 in the state's 6 dioceses. The report added 149 names to lists of child sex abusers whom the dioceses themselves had publicly identified before or during the investigation. You want to find the pedophiles? You want to find the groomers? There they are. They're in the churches. You're not buying a swimsuit at Target for trans people. No. They're in the churches. They're in Republican politics. Look at Roy Moore. Look, the far right, in putting out these smears, is monstrous. Not only, again, is it not true, but as a result of what they're doing, is they're hurting innocent people. They're hurting innocent people while completely ignoring the real predators. And in the case of Matt Walsh, actually defending them, people like Josh Duggar, who is a predator. That's who they are. Never let them forget it.